everyone, welcome back to PyAI Hub. In the previous lesson, we discussed why join is important when working with multiple tables. Now let's review a simple join example first. We need to do that. So then we will understand inner join more clearly. Okay. So we also placing some quiz under this video. So just go through that and find whether you understand the concept or not. Okay. So let's move to our join example. Before that, we need to do our basic things. And then let's select star from students because that's our table name. And then we get rows and columns, the information about students, IDs, name, age, and city. Next, we will go through select star from marks. Did you remember the column marks? Marks. Okay. So if you forget about the column names, just go and write show tables. Write this query, you will get how many tables are in your DuckDB. Okay. So we know there are marks, sales, and students table here. So now we are going to join it. Okay. So this table stores our marks table stores the exam scores of students, and each row represent a subset and the score obtained by a student. Okay, subset and the score. Notice something important. Okay, before moving to inner join, we need to do a join example. Okay, so don't take it as repeating, but I just want you to be much more clearer when we move to the next part. Okay. So here you can see the student ID in both tables, students and marks. Okay, it's a common column in both of the tables. So this is where we this is what help us to join the tables. Okay, so this column, our student ID column, connects the two tables. So when we join these tables, SQL matches rows where the student ID values are the same. Okay. Let's do an example so you will get the real concepts. Okay. So first of all, we select and student dot name. So we need the student name. Then we need marks dot subject. We need the subject. We need the marks dot score. And then from this table, students table, and join it with marks. And we use on that shows student dot student ID that is equal to marks dot student ID. Okay. So here we get student name, it's students, that's why it's an error. Okay. So whenever you get an error, don't panic, just go through that after, you will get the answer. Okay. So what happened here? In this query, we combine the students table with the mark table. Okay. So the SQL checks each row in the students table and find rows in the marks table where the student ID matches. And the result shows the student's name along with their subset and score. So in our marks table, there are some common student IDs that match with our students table. Okay. So the only that results will be appeared in our table which we use to join. Okay. So here what we see, here we see the student's dot name. So it fetch the name, and afterwards we need subset and marks. Okay. The student's name can be fetched from the students table. Afterwards, we are joining that students table with the name to the marks table, and it is done using a common column. We need to write the common column like the table name. After that, the column name that is equal to the table, second table name and the column ID. Okay. So this is how SQL checks each row in the students table and find the rows in marks table where students ID matches. Okay, here we get only the IDs that matches. Okay, so the one is Arun. Okay, and the second one is Meera, third is Rahul, and 12 is Kiran. So Arun, Meera, Rahul, Arun, Kiran. We don't have other IDs than that. Okay, so that's how our join works. Okay, so the join we just used in actually inner join. Okay, in SQL we simply write join. The database treat it as inner join by default. So it's almost the same. And while we doing join, it just our SQL just take it as inner join by default. Okay, so that means if we use here the inner join instead of join, we will get the same results. Let's go to through that and understand that. Select, we are selecting the table name, that is student dot name. We want the name from the table students. Okay, then we want the marks dot subject. We need the from the marks table we need the subject, and marks dot score. From the marks table we need score. Afterwards, what will be the next query? We add the from and where our student's name is fetched. So it fetched from the table name students. Okay, okay, it fetched from the table name students, and then we join. We are using join instead of join. We are using inner join. Okay, we are inner joining it with marks, and then we are using on to show the tables which is common in both the column which is common in both the tables. Okay, so for that we just write the table name first, that is students dot the column name student ID, that is equal to table 2 name, that is marks dot common column name student ID, and then semicolon. Okay, so here you can see the result is same. The query produces the same results as the previous one, and inner join returns only the rows where matching values exist in both tables. Okay, and if a student does not have any matching records in the marks table, the student will not be appeared in the results. Okay, so if there is no student who is matching, if there is some student ID with 25, and if it is not found in our students table, so there is no matching results, and the ID will be the 25 student ID will be ignored. Okay, so that's how we do. In the next lesson, we will explore another type of join called left join, which help us to keep all the rows from the left table, even if there is no match. Okay. So while explaining this, you may understand that the join and the inner join is almost same. Like it's by default, it works in the same way. Okay. So whether you use join or inner join, by default, it's just a work in inner join way. Okay. And that's it. So it's a single line that will help you to no more confusions with join and inner join, that both are same, both work the same way. Okay. Join and inner join by default, they are equal. Okay. So we will explore the rest joins in the next class. Hope you understand this part. So don't forget to go through the quiz. I will provide that, and please go through that. If you didn't get it, it there will be an explanation for each answers, so you will understand from that quiz place how many answers you got right. Okay, so that's all for today, and keep learning, keep watching. We are really going into a roadmap for data analyst. Okay, see you. Bye.